Welcome to Flexibility Flow. We will get started in a seated position today. If you have something to lift your seat, that's great. If not, feel free to pull those glutes away from your sitting bones so that your sitting bones can firm down, grounding into your foundation. We'll let the palms rest gently on the knees, feeling the crown floating high above the tailbone with a nice expansive inhale to gently lift the chest. And with your exhale, letting the eyes fall closed as we eliminate the sense of vision and turn inward for a few moments. Listening to your breath as it enters your lungs, bringing awareness to the expansion in your spine as it holds your body in the supportive seated position. Breathing deeply into the belly to feel the expansion through the rib cage. And a gentle lift to the chest, elongating your exhale to completely empty out the lungs. As you find stillness, begin to welcome in acceptance of love. This week's theme of Love is Love has been a beautiful flowering tree as we grow through our lives together. Today in our flexibility flow, we'll work through our spine, and more importantly, we'll open up our hearts. So as you breathe here with your heart center beaming forward, allow yourself to focus on a portion of your life that might need love, whether it's you or a friend, a relative. Allow for that being to receive the love that it deserves. And breathing deeply into the belly, we'll start to elongate the breath. And keeping the cycle of breath through the nose, we can engage Ujjayi breath. By taking attention in the nostrils as you inhale, you might hear your breath against the back of your throat. Keep it steady at the same pace, flowing in and out, and this will help build heat within your body. We can take an Ujjayi inhale to lift the chin, and an Ujjayi exhale to gently round into the spine, tucking the chin. Inhale to lift the gaze. Exhale to slowly round into the spine. And working with your own breath, pulling the chest through the shoulders. Exhaling to feel the trapezius expand across your back. Working into this seated cat-cow. And we'll exhale to find stillness, and blinking our eyes open if they aren't already. You can keep a soft gaze on the mat in front of you. And rolling over your knees, we'll remove anything that might be under your seat. And sitting back on top of your heels, we'll start to work into our calves here and just allow the feet to expand across the mat beneath your hips, beneath your sit bones. And we'll take our hands in front and just working through the wrists, we'll make circles, leading with your knuckle, but letting your fingers be loose, allowing for all those little joints to create space. If you'd like to work with your breath, that's good. Breathing in as you close and breathing out as you open. And reversing that current to make sure we're working through each possible direction here. And now we'll go ahead and straighten our fingers out, and like you're scraping a bowl, that same similar motion, but with a straight flat hand. And reversing that current, engaging our shoulders in whatever way comes naturally. And you can go ahead and shake that out. And we'll take the arms overhead and let the chest fall forward into a child's pose, walking the hands out in front of you, allowing the forehead to find the ground, but keeping the shoulders engaged. Breathe deeply into the belly, lifting through the core. And we'll inhale, and with your next exhale, walking the hands towards the right side to feel an expansion through the left rib cage, lowering the forehead. This doesn't have to be a very extreme stretch just yet. Just working into the outsides of the arms here, along the rib cage. Allowing the breath to expand the spine. We'll take an inhale, and with your exhale, walking those palms through the center and over to the left to expand through that right side body. Feeling the tops of the feet, the metatarsals and tarsals pressing into the ground and expanding through each breath, finding stillness. Take an inhale, and with your exhale, walking those hands back to center. Take an inhale here, and with your exhale, we'll walk the hands up and rolling over the feet to swing those feet out in front of you. We'll flex the toes so they're pointing straight up. The heels can be about hips distance apart. Engaging through the knees, lifting through the quads, feeling the sit bones pressing deep into the ground, pressing the palms in at each side of your body with the fingers pointing forward, lifting through the belly button. We'll peer towards our belly button. 5 deep Ujjayi breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Engaging the entire spine. Feeling the elongation of the body. Dandasana. And with your last exhale, releasing the tension in the muscles and finding your feet on the mat to allow yourself to roll down to your back. We'll take that same posture in the reclined position. So with your heels high in the sky, as if you're standing on the ceiling, pressing the palms into the floor beside you, feeling the expansion across the abdomen, breathing here, feeling the entire body rooted and ready to accept the love that surrounds us. Inhale, and with your exhale, bend at the knees, and we'll go ahead and hug the knees to the chest. Give a gentle rock back and forth. And you can pull those knees into your armpits, flexing the heels towards the ceiling. You can hold on to the feet for a moment, or maybe the calves, and just work into that inner groin for a moment. And happy baby here. Take a few Ujjayi breaths, feeling the expansion across the mat underneath you. And bringing the palms to hold behind the head. We'll take an inhale to rest and an exhale to lift the elbows to the knees. Inhale to let the head come back. Exhale. Inhale to rest. Exhale to tuck. Take 3 more with your breath. Really feeling the expansion and contraction of the lungs. And these happy baby crunches. And on your last one, bending at the knees, we'll tuck those knees in, give a little hug, rock it back and forth, starting to build some heat. We'll flex the feet up towards the ceiling again, and we'll take a slow tap, bringing the arms over the head, tapping the opposite foot to the opposite hand. So I'll take my right hand to my left toe, and then my left hand to my right toe. We'll inhale, laying down, and exhale to lift. Inhale back, exhale. Inhale, exhale to tap. Engaging the core, feeling the expansion, working with the breath, with the body's natural function, expanding and contracting. Take 1 more on each side. And tap and expand, and we'll let those knees bend again. Rock it back and forth. And now that we're nice and warm, we'll do a quick roll up to standing. So we'll take our feet over the back of the head. If you would like to take a slow standing, that's fine. But we'll roll once to build momentum, and then a second time to come to our feet, and we'll find a forward fold here. You can have your feet at hips distance. A gentle bend to the knees might be nice. Go ahead and hug behind those knees. Let the crown drop and let the low back expand. Eventually straightening into those legs, engaging the quads. Building heat as we expand through the muscles. And with your exhale, you can find the palms on the mat in front of you and slowly tippy-toeing the toes back to find downward facing dog. You can keep a gentle bend to the knees, or maybe straighten one leg at a time. This is your first down dog of the day. Make sure you're lifting through the tailbone, expanding through those hamstrings and across the calves. Breathe here. Keeping that belly button tucked to the spine. Pressing through the pointer finger knuckle. Allowing the shoulders to lift as they may. Inhale here, and with your exhale, we'll lower the knees to the mat and tuck into Balasana Child's Pose. You can bring the palms around to meet the feet or make a pillow for your head if you'd like. And in this comfortable position, allow yourself to return here at any point. If you lose track of your breath or your alignment or your focus, allow Balasana to be your safety zone. Always welcome. We'll take an inhale here. And with the exhale, finding the palms under the shoulders, pressing up into tabletop. Pressing into the right hand and the left shin so that the right foot and the left hand can extend in bird dog. Squaring that hip, pulling that right hip forward, pulling the left shoulder back, feeling the line from the tips of your toes to through the tips of your fingers. We'll take an inhale here, and as you exhale, we'll bend the elbow to touch the knee. Inhale to extend, exhale to tuck. Pressing through that right pointer finger knuckle, extend, exhale to tuck. Take two more. We're building heat in our core to support our heart-opening future. We'll take an exhale to lower that palm and lower that knee. You can rock the hips back and forth gently to release any tension. And finding stillness, we'll bring our weight strong, rooting down through that left hand and the right shin, allowing the left heel and the right hand to lift. Feeling the expansion with each breath, allowing the heart center to point forward as you look ahead to your loving future. We'll inhale here, and as you exhale, tuck that knee to the elbow. Inhale to lift, exhale to tuck. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, feel the curl. Inhale and tuck. Last one, we'll inhale to extend and exhale to find the knee and the palm on the mat. You can take the knees nice and wide if you'd like. We'll take a Balasana Child's Pose together. Breathing deep Ujjayi breaths through the nose to keep that core engaged. Listening to the heartbeat. Allowing the breath to be our guide. We'll inhale here, and with the exhale, we'll lift the weight into the palms, tucking the toes, gently lifting back up into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Peering towards the knees, allowing the tailbone to lift high in the sky. Engaging through your core with each expansive breath and pushing the earth away. We'll take an inhale here. We'll exhale to look forward. And again, tippy toe, or if you'd like to take a big step, that's fine. Walking up to the top of the mat. We'll inhale for a half lift, looking up. Exhale to let the crown drop. Inhale and root to rise, lifting the palms over the head. And exhale to let the palms come to the sides of the body. Woohoo! I'm warm. Okay. For some more warmth in our bodies, We'll take some classical Surya Namaskars with a twist, starting into Tadasana mountain pose of your choice. Lift and spread those toes, lifting through the quads, tucking the tailbone, tucking the ribs, a lift to the chest. Take a few breaths here in this sturdy, grounding pose. And when you're ready with your inhale, scooping the arms up overhead. Exhale, send that heart forward for Uttanasana. Inhale, we'll lift the chest for Ardha Uttanasana. And with our exhale, plant the left hand. And with your inhale, lift the right hand high into the sky for a twist. And we'll take a gentle 2 breaths here, pressing the ground away with the left hand, breathing. And with your exhale, letting the right palm replace the left. And with your next inhale, lifting the left palm into the sky to find that standing twist. Pressing the ground away with the right hand, breathing. Inhale, and with your exhale, let that palm find the ground. And with your next inhale, we'll take our right leg back, tucking the knee down for Anjaneyasana, and finding your alignment here. Your left foot and your right knee should be in your hip sockets here, not on one line. So you can take your hands to your hips to level them out. If you would like to take a very deep, deep stretch, that's welcome here. You can pull those hips forward to really dig into that hip flexor. We'll take an inhale to scoop the arms up overhead, keeping those hips nice and balanced, engaging through the core to lift the chest, heart open. Inhale, and with your exhale, lowering the palms to the mat. And with your inhale, stepping that right foot back up to meet the left. Take an inhale here. And with your exhale, we'll take the left foot back. Low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Again, squaring those hips, finding the perfect alignment. This is a balancing pose. Pressing into the ground with that right foot and the left shin. Take an inhale, scoop the arms up overhead, peering up towards the thumbs, lifting the chest and the gaze, feeling the expansion through the spine. As you exhale, we'll let the palms find the mat. And with the inhale, pressing through that left foot to find the forward fold. We'll dangle here for a moment. So if you'd like to take opposite elbows or let your palms trace circles around your feet, that can be a nice feeling in the hips. And coming to stillness, we'll walk our feet back slowly. Lower the knees to the mat. And from tabletop here, we'll walk our arms forward and keeping the hips over the knees, we'll find a gentle back bend in puppy pose. If you'd like to find your forehead on the mat, that's fine. If your cervical spine doesn't feel like arching today, that's fine. If you'd like to find your chin on the mat to give that cervical spine a little bit of a stretch, we'll breathe here, allowing for the expansion through those armpits. Tracing the heart meridian here from traditional Chinese medicine. We're going right along that line of the heart. Breathing here. Pouring your heart forward. With your next inhale, we'll gently walk the hands back to tabletop. And lifting the right knee, the right foot behind us. We'll tuck that right foot between our hands. Inhale to scoop the arms up overhead for Anjaneyasana. And with your exhale, we'll open our arms towards that right leg to find a twist. Opening the arms to a T, so pulling that right shoulder back. If you can, peer towards that right hand behind you. Feeling a firm grounding through those feet. A nice tall spine. And with your next inhale, looking forward, and exhale to untwist. We'll inhale to take the arms back up overhead. And exhale to let them find the mat. We'll bring that right foot back. Give a little rock to the hips, releasing any tension. And with your next inhale, we'll take the left foot between the palms. Inhale to scoop the arms up overhead for Anjaneyasana. And exhale, and we'll open the arms towards that left leg, pulling the left arm back, looking into the corner of the left eye and the corner of the right eye, all the way to the left there. Breathing here, seeing where your love can reach. And we'll inhale to look forward and exhale to untwist. Inhale to scoop it up overhead. Exhale to let the palms find the mat. We'll bring that left foot back to meet the right. And we'll gently lower to the ground. And we'll take a short rest here. You can make a palm pillow with your palms. Gently rocking the hips back and forth. Taking deep breaths into the lungs to feel that expansion across the back body. And from here, we'll place our palms on the mat beneath our shoulders. And with your inhale, gently lift the head and maybe the chest. And with your exhale, we'll let that head find the mat. Working with your breath, we'll go through several cobra rolls. You might find your palms walking back a bit further as you lift a little more. Making sure that with each inhale, you're peering up to your third eye, engaging through the core to protect the spine. And on your last inhale, we'll go ahead and hold that cobra. Keeping the elbows tucked towards the ribs, engaging through the back legs, pressing the legs into the ground, and pressing the ground away with the palms. Breathing here. With your exhale, we'll release our head to the floor. You can make a pillow with your hands if you'd like, rocking the head back and forth gently for a little forehead massage. And we'll go into some locust pose since it is the lovely year of the brute. So, oh, that's the cicada. But locusts are just as annoying, aren't they? Anyway, the locust in the name of the cicada. We'll take a half sit first. So with your legs squeezing tightly together as if there were rope tied around them, pressing your palms into the ground, gently lift your feet with your inhale. And we'll keep them lifted, engaging through the low spine. Inhale, and as you exhale, we'll lower those legs. And flipping the palms to face up. Exhale completely. And with your inhale, lifting the palms, lifting the gaze, lift the shoulders. Breathe here. Feeling a long spine. Feeling expansion through your heart center. And with your exhale, lowering the head down to the mat. Maybe rocking the heels back and forth gently. We are creating tension, but we don't want any of it to create cramps. So if you're cramping, definitely stop. And full body. Taking those legs nice and tight together, palms facing up. Exhale completely. And with your inhale, lifting the heels, lifting the shoulders, lifting the gaze in full locust pose. Breathe here. Deep Ujjayi breaths down the nose, into the heart. And exhale to release. You can make a pillow with those palms. Maybe lift the feet into the air and rock the feet back and forth. Open heart will lead to an open mind. And while we're here, let's just go ahead and do my favorite pose ever, which is bow pose. So, bending the feet, bending the knees, so you can hold on to the feet from the outside edge. If you do the inside, it's just called something different. If you want to do that, it's fine. We'll bring the knees as close together as we can. Try to focus on keeping them near. Exhaling completely. With your inhale, press into the feet, into the palms, so that your chest lifts. Looking into the third eye, allowing the expansion of the lungs to expand through your heart center as your feet lift higher with each breath. Deep Ujjayi breaths. Inhale and exhale. We'll lower the head to the ground. If you'd like to let go of the feet, that's fine. We'll take another one of those here in just a moment. When you're ready, taking hold of the feet, bringing those knees nice and close together. If you had a little trouble the first time, maybe try flexing your feet this time. We'll take an exhale to empty out the lungs. And with your inhale, lifting the gaze, pressing into those feet, into the palms, feeling the heart center beaming forward. Deep Ujjayi breaths. And exhale, we'll let the feet go. And pushing into the palms, we'll tuck back into a child's pose. To really release through the spine. Have a little forward fold. And listen to the heartbeat. In many cultures, we think of the brain as the leader, as the computer, as the main decision maker in our bodies. But at least in traditional Chinese medicine, they think of the heart as the decision maker. And the brain is just the function. It's not the emotion. Listening to your heartbeat, sending love to that source that we were thinking of earlier. Breathing here. When you're ready, we'll gently walk the palms up to seated and rolling over the knees to swing those feet around. Lowering down to the mat. We'll take some bridge poses. So we'll take some bridges and some wheels. We'll figure out what you guys feel like doing. It's all up to you. Yogi's choice. We'll start with a bridge pose. So bringing the feet flat on the mat, just within distance so that you can brush them with your pinky fingers, with your fingers here. We'll take an inhale, and with your exhale, pressing through the hips, pressing the hips high into the sky, tucking the shoulders underneath. If you can, if you'd like to find the hands clasped underneath the spine, that's fine. Keeping a nice long neck. You can look down towards your belly button. Breathing here. Working some space into this natural curve of our spine. Inhale, and with your exhale, lowering the spine back to the mat. You can release the shoulders, and we'll just gently roll the knees side to side, working some space into those joints. And finding stillness. And we did our bow pose, so it's only right that we do our upward facing bow pose, which is also known as wheel pose. So if you don't have wheel pose in your practice, feel free to just do another bridge, or you can take your feet wide and let the knees fall close and take some constructive rest and just listen to your breath. But if you're ready, we'll go ahead and find our feet flat on the floor, as close to our hips as you'd like. Finding the palms flat on the mat, beside your head, beneath your shoulders. Take an inhale here, and with your exhale, pressing the hips up into the sky, breathing, looking into the third eye, straightening through the arms. See if you can look between the hands. Feel the heart expanding forward and out above this rainbow that you've created with your own body. Take another inhale here, and with your exhale, gently lowering down to the mat. We can take those knees into the chest and rock back and forth. And we'll take one more, third back bend of your choice. So if you're with the wheel pose, we'll take our feet flat on the floor, palms on either side of your shoulders, underneath your shoulders. Take a nice, slow, deep inhale, and with the exhale, pressing into the palms, into the feet, squaring those hips. If you'd like to maybe Shift the weight into one leg and kick the other leg up. Dance around with your wheel. Wherever you are, believe in yourself. Inhale, and with your exhale, gently lower down to the mat. Tuck those knees into the chest and gently rock back and forth. And we will come back up to seated. So if you'd like to just roll over and come up, that's fine. Or if you're with me, we'll tuck our feet over our head and roll up. And taking your feet as wide as you would like, wherever is comfortable. We're gonna take a nice long forward fold to release our spine. Bending at the knees, whatever feels right. Walking the palms forward. Allowing for the C curve in the spine, letting that crown drop. And releasing any tension from the abs. Let the belly fill with air. As your body fills with love. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. And if you'd like an audible exhale through the mouth. And slowly walking the palms to support the upper body. And we'll roll back down to our backs. And crossing the right leg over top of the left leg. Holding on to our ankles. If this doesn't feel right in your body, you're welcome to take a regular figure 4 where you just hold on to your thigh. Just trying to get a nice deep stretch in our glutes here. You can let the eyes fall closed, listening to the sounds of your environment. Allowing gravity to work as you pull gently into the ankles. Working with your anatomy to find the deepest stretch that works for here and now. And if you'd like to take a cleansing breath, we'll inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And letting the knees unravel and gently crossing the left over the right, finding the perfect expansion of your hips. Allowing gravity to work with your fascia to expand through those glutes. Breathing deep into that joint. Allowing the spine to release against the ground. Feeling the belly expanding into the thighs. As the muscles begin to relax. And we'll take a cleansing breath together, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Letting the legs gently unravel. We'll find our knees bent with the feet on the mat. And gently shifting your weight, gently shifting your hips only towards the left. So lifting the hips up and to the left. We'll tuck the knees into the chest and let them fall to the right. So we just made a little more space for our spine to twist here. Our knees are falling to the right, so we'll press into that right palm to square the shoulders down. And if you find your knees floating, maybe you can take that right hand on top of the left knee, allowing for this twist to come through the thoracic spine, peering towards the left. Sending some love down into our organs that function for us all day and night, and we never give them the thanks they deserve. Say hi to the kidneys and the liver. They do so much work to keep us alive. And we'll take a nice, long, slow, cleansing breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Using the hands to lift the knees into the chest, letting the feet find the mat so you can square the hips back to center. Give a gentle rock to the knees back and forth. Massaging the sacrum into the ground. And finding stillness, we'll gently lift the hips and shift them to the right, picking the knees up into the chest and letting them fall to the left. Bringing the hands into a T, pressing the left palm into the ground, peering towards the right hand into the right corner of the eyes. Gentle twist to the spine as it's been opening our hearts for this whole sequence. If those knees are lifting, feel free to find the left palm on top of the right knee. Work with gravity here. Feeling each molecule of oxygen swirling into the lungs, traveling through the pulmonary veins, pumping fresh, clean blood deep into each of our appendages. What a loving process. We'll inhale here. And with your exhale, you can take the hands to lift the knees into the chest, letting the feet find the mat, recentering those hips, giving a gentle rock to the knees, to resettle all those ligaments and tendons, and eventually walking the feet to extend the legs, allowing the feet to be wide, letting the knees be soft, a gentle tuck to the pelvis, feeling the back spreading against the floor like melting butter on top of hot pancakes. Allowing the eyes to fall closed, the palms facing up, to receive this love we've created together. You can repeat to yourself, I accept the love that surrounds me. I allow myself to be loved. I love the world as I love myself. Feeling softness across the eyes, allowing the cheeks to melt, the tongue gently resting against the teeth. Relaxing across the forehead and down the nose. Releasing the jaw and allowing the neck to be soft. Listen to the smooth, slow breath. As we find stillness, take time for ourselves to reset. When you're ready, with all the care and all the self-love, begin to elongate your breath, feeling the chest rise and fall. Begin to roll through the ankles and wrists, bringing attention back into the fingertips and toes. Bending into the elbows. Maybe give a gentle stretch overhead. And bending into the knees. Gently rolling the body to one side into a ball. You can make a pillow with your hand. Take one last moment for love in yourself. We'll inhale here, and with a slow exhale, pressing the body, keeping the gaze low or the eyes can stay closed. Finding a comfortable seated position with the palms on the thighs or on the knees. Feeling the sit bones heavy and the crown high above the tailbone. We can take an inhale to scoop the arms up overhead and draw a line down the center of the body, letting the palms stop at heart center. Inhaling to lift the chest into the thumbs, and exhale to bow the chin in gratitude to yourself. And gently blinking the eyes open. If you'd like to give yourself a gentle massage to the face to help those little muscles wake up. Accept the love that surrounds you. Love is love, and with an open heart, you will have an open mind. Thank you for joining me. I love you.